Now, what I want to do is to share my knowledge as much as I can. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So, first of all, there is so many layers, but I guess in today's episode, I want to focus on how I became aware. Oh, it's just not happening just to me. I am not the only one. And this, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. I would say this is a big red flag. If you are in a situation in a love relationship, which is not a love relationship, we are going to come to this later. If you are in what you believe a love relationship, and if you are in a position, you are like, something is off, this is not normal, I shouldn't be treated this way. But you know what? You are gaslighting yourself and you have this specific thought. You are like, no, you know what? This is just happening to me. If you are thinking that whatever is wrong, because you know it's wrong, you just don't know, most likely you don't know this is abuse, because I was this person. So you don't know this is abuse, but you know something is very wrong. And you are like, but no, I think I am the only person who is experiencing this wrong. And this thought, be very aware of this thought, because this thought means, oh, I am thinking like this because this person has me convinced that I am the only person on earth who deserves a treatment like this. Most likely you are in an abusive relationship. Abuse is not love. Love is not abuse. And I know the realization is not easy. It's not your fault. You have to repeat this to yourself. It's not your fault. You cannot change. You wouldn't have been able to avoid this if you will. And let me explain why. But basically, if you want just one sentence to explain why, you wouldn't have been able to avoid this relationship, because if you are unhealed and if you are coming from abuse, if you have been abused as a child, and if there is no healing in between the abusive childhood and this relationship, if you are going into a relationship, what you think is a relationship like this, and there is no healing in between the toxic household you grew up into and the partner, then you are attracting what you are, not what you want. An abused child is attracting an abusive partner, most likely. Okay, now, if there is healing in between, then you can take a different path. But the thing is, no one is going to come and say to this child, oh, you are being abused, please don't go this way, because you are going to attract most likely an abusive partner. My goal is to raise awareness as much as I can, so we can find a timeline where people are understanding that if you are coming from an abusive childhood in the first place, or an abusive relationship, because then you can continue. This is why some women are like, but why I am still attracting an abusive partner, because I had this already. Yes, because there is no healing in between. So you have to heal yourself. You have to be aware this is abuse, and then you have to heal yourself. So instead of attracting what you are like this, you can heal in between, and then instead of attracting an abusive partner, you are taking this road, healing yourself, and then you are not going with this abusive partner, if that makes sense. So now let's get into how I personally realized it was abuse, and I was not the only one who was experiencing this. And literally there is what I like to think a playbook, because when you are listening to abuse survivors' stories, it's basically the same. It's not the same guy, it's not the same context, it's not the same country, it's the same tactics. So, and when you have experienced narcissistic abuse, you are able to be like, oh, I know this. Like, you hear the story and you are like, yeah, this is narcissistic abuse. So after my abusive relationship ended, I was watching a movie. It's a French movie, and I was like, this is my life. This is literally scenes from my life. How? Because I was still convinced at this time I was the only one who experienced something as awful. No, it's not just me. Again, specific thought. If you are thinking it is just you who are experiencing these bad treatments, most likely narcissistic abuse. So when I watched this movie, I started to understand, okay, this is not just me. And I will keep it short in this video. You can subscribe for more. You can ask me any questions you want me to go deeper into. And if you can raise awareness, even though it's not happening to you, maybe it's happening to someone else. If you have a platform and if you can use your platform to raise awareness on these topics, you should, because no one wants to experience this. And also, I don't know if it's possible, but yeah, my wish is at some point that those men, sometimes it's also women, so sometimes you have cases when men are experiencing narcissistic abuse, but it's not a majority, obviously it's more women, but you do have also men. It's important to point this out. It's not just women, okay? I wish for those people to wake up and be like, whoever is teaching me this is a way to live a life, to experience this human experience, it's just not. It's not. I don't care who taught you, but if you are abusing a woman, you are going to have the control over this woman, and then your life is going to be miserable. I am telling you right here, right now, whoever taught you, it's going to be like the best life ever. If you can abuse and control a woman, it's completely false. And whoever you are listening to me, it is a false guru, teacher, God, whatever you want to call it. It's at the end of the day, it's the same. It is a false ID, and you should wake up and heal yourself, because most likely a narcissist is, it depends, but most likely a narcissist is a person who have experienced trauma, and instead of breaking the cycle, he is repeating the cycle. Hurt people, yes, but no, hurt people, in the sense it's a choice. It's a choice. It's not just like hurt people. I was deeply hurt, and I am being nice when I say this, and still I chose to break the cycle. So hurt people, if it's your choice. At the end of the day, it comes down to a choice. So break the cycle.